welcome to Diaryo's Bookshelf. I'm Roshi. And today I'm going to be doing some of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid book. I would say that the Diary of the Wimpy Kid book totally just about this Wimpy Kid. His name is Greg, and this is the first book. Anyway, in this one, he's just telling us about his life in middle school and like in winter break or summer break or something like that. Or like when he goes on a trip or something. And I think that these are like, if you're a middle schooler and you're reading this book, then this is probably everything that has ever happened to you. If you're a boy, then this is probably your life. These books are basically telling about your life. And some of these details might not be right, but like they will be halfway correct. Anyway, so, so there's this really funny thing in here. They wanted a final plan for the haunted house, and here it is. It's a diagram they drew. So there's the Hall of Screams, the Lake of Blood, the Bottomless Pit, the Maze of 1,000 Skull, Rat Tunnel, Knife Alley, Hand Hall, Death Slide, Acid Lake, and then there's an exit. That's a lot of cool things. But then their poster was kind of cool too, but then the Hall of Scream, that's totally lame. That's just a bed with Rolly, his friend, and Greg. They're just going down and then they're saying "rawr," and then that's like totally lame. Here's what I think these are: 30% cartoons, 20% words, and 50% hilariousness. So if you add all that together, then that is a 100% book. So that's what the Diary of these Wimpy Kids are made out of. And over here, his famous quote is, "I'll be famous for one day, but for now, I'm gonna be stuck in middle school with a bunch of these morons." I think if you're a teenager or a middle schooler, this book would be right for you. It would tell you what your life is basically coming about and what it basically might be about. Some of these things that happen in these books are actually things that can actually happen to you in real life. And something that I learned in this book is if you're a middle schooler, these books are just the diaries of you telling out your life. Except some of these things might not really happen. And that's it. Diary of the Wimpy Kid, Rodrick Rules is the second one. And I just say that if you're a middle schooler, then this is probably going to be acting out your whole entire life. So read these. You should really read these if you're a middle schooler. Whatever you do, do not ask Greg Heffley what his vacation was about. Because I zipped my lips. I'm not going to tell you. Because it was totally horrible. Dreadful, terrible, horrible, unbearable. And this book is about when he enters a new school year, and then he wants to put the past behind him because the past 3 months behind him, particularly because of one thing that happened in particular. And the thing that happened was he accidentally went to the girls' bathroom in some kind of tower. I think it's called Lishore Tower. Unfortunately for Greg, Roderick, his brother, knows all about the incident, and Greg really wants to keep it. Greg wants to keep his gift under the wrappers. But secrets really have a way of getting out. I mean, I have not been able to keep the secret from my parents that I've been reading under the bed. And I mean, especially when a diary is involved. Because like, if you leave your diary unlocked accidentally, your older brother can take care of it, and that's the end of your life for you. You put all of your embarrassing things in it, then the whole world will know about it. So be careful what you put into your diary. Greg basically puts his whole life into the diary. And this is kind of really mysterious. And this really funny picture in the back, he's covered in toilet paper. He's a mummy. I would just like to say something that I learned is you gotta be really careful what you put into your diary. Extra especially careful. Because you may accidentally put something that happened that was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you. And then if you forget to lock it, and then your brother or older sister or someone younger than me or a sibling or someone gets a hold of it, that's the end of your life. So be careful. Dog Days, Diario de Greg, and this is number 4. In this book, it's summer vacation, the weather's great, everyone's playing outside, kids having fun. But then, where is Greg Heffley in this book? I barely see him outside. That's because he's inside playing video games with the curtains drawn shut. And then this really funny part is when his mom opens the curtains, he's like, yeah, because he's like turning into a vampire. It's like he's getting sunburned. Same thing happened yesterday when I was in the room and then I said "rawr" when my brother was coming in and he got scared. Anyway, so, Greg self-confessed that he is an indoor person and he just wants to spend summer in with the curtains drawn shut playing video games. I do the same thing except with the curtains drawn shut reading books instead of video games. And that's how come I can do all these books reviews. Anyway, so then his mom has a bunch of other different plans. Her plans are to do family togetherness, and that didn't really work out with Greg. And so the reason they call it Dog Days is because halfway into this, in Thanksgiving, what it is, his dad gets a dog named Sweetie, but they basically give the dog away before they end the book. So anyway, I think these books are really entertaining because they have a good entertaining way. I don't know why, but you want to find out. It's not exciting or all fantasy or something. It's realistic fiction. So I just like to say that these books are amazing. And I'd just like to say a life lesson in this book is there are 2 ways you can be immune to the sun. Either you stay inside with the curtains drawn shut playing video games all year long, or you're a vampire. So that's it for this book. Wimpy Kid number 5. This is The Ugly Truth. And from this cover, it looks like things are gonna get ugly here. So anyway, this book is about when Greg Heffley is really in the biggest hurry in the world to grow up, but he's wondering, is getting older really what it's all cracked up to be? And I think that's a really funny sentence because over here, they have to take little eggs and they have to take care of the eggs because that's their homework, and they have to take care of the eggs and they have to bring it back. But his mom took the egg because Greg put the egg in the fridge. His mom took it and he had to eat his egg as breakfast. But he didn't eat it. He put that food in a Ziploc bag and he bring it to school to try and at least get a 1 in the grade. He's impossible. He'll keep staring at his egg. And the thing is that it says, is getting older really cracked up to be, get it? Because he had to crack the egg and it's cracked up to be, get it? Anyway, oh, I have a joke. Why did the king do good in school? Because he liked all subjects, get it? The servants, subjects, and subjects as in math, reading, science, all those other ones. Anyway, so Greg suddenly finds himself under the pressure of boy-girl party, increased responsibilities, awkward changes that get more awkward and more awkward as he grows up. And he's thinking, is it really, really cracked up to be? But all those things happen without his best friend Rolly at his side. And then he's asking, can he make it through this book? Will he be alive at the end of this book? Or can he face the ugly truth? And I think the ugly truth is that his mom will make breakfast out of whatever it is, even if it's an egg project. And the life lesson in this book is if you get an alarm clock, change it to something loud. Because in this one, this alarm clock is meep, 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 and he's dreaming that there's this rabbit that's saying meep, 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 and he's cut it out in the dream. And then when he changed the alarm to classical music station, it was a beautiful soft music, and he dreamed that he was a ballerina dancing across the fields. So set your alarm clock to something you'd wake up to. But don't keep it under your bed, because of course you can hit the snooze bar and you would stop it. But don't keep it under your bed, because the ticking will keep you awake all night. You're gonna feel like a bomb's about to go off. So he really shouldn't have tested it out. It was way too loud for him. So that's it for today.